6 years ago, he was on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and he actually set his hand on fire.
But he didn't do it on purpose. He was attempting to break flaming slabs of granite, and he succeeded. Now, this guy is not only a martial arts expert, he also trains superstar athletes, and his name is Richie Barathy.
His sidekick moves faster than cars on a freeway. Seven black belts, a couple of world championships, and numerous world records. But that's all technical stuff, because when it comes to the martial arts, Richie Barathy is one guy who knows how to have a good time.
Sit up in front.
Yes, sir. Now, his name might not be as familiar as Bruce Lee's, but in the world of martial arts, Richie Barathy is a champion. He's trained for 23 years, studying muscles, motion, nutrition, and hypnosis, developing a perfect combination of mind and body.
We have an expression we use, power of the mind, strength of the body, and it seems like one without the other really doesn't exist, at least in this world.
Richie's belief in the power of mind has earned him more than world records. He's overcome great odds since childhood. At the age of 4, he lost an eye. At the age of 12, he was hospitalized for 2 years and lost a spleen to a rare blood disease. Well, he began karate as rehabilitation, and he became a fanatic. 15 years later, he opened 2 of his own health and training clubs on Long Island. But at the age of 30, the motion stopped. Richie suffered a massive heart attack. His mother remembers the blow.
Oh, it's hard to believe that we all lived through it, because when I saw him in the hospital, I didn't think he would make it, but the nurse said something to me that was strange. She said, the man's mind is so strong, I've never seen anything like this. From reading the results, it's almost as though he's saying to his heart, you're not going to stop beating.
They didn't think I would make it through the night, and, you know, the way I looked at it was, I figured I was going to make it either way, you know, somehow, because all these other times I had made it.
Good, looking good.
Richie Barathy continues to defy the odds. Today, at 38, he's developed a training system that's attracted professional athletes. He's one of the toughest trainers in town, working each muscle 6 hours a day. But he gets results. Jets halfback Freeman McNeil won the rushing title and Most Valuable Player award after training with Richie. And defensive lineman Mark Gastineau has won the sack title every year since his training began.
You know, I mean, I can't take credit for this guy being a great football player. He was a great football player before I met him. All I like to do is say that I helped to bring him to a higher point than he was.
Richie has also brought himself to a higher point, constantly increasing his power, speed, and precision.
We have a present here for you, sir. You look like you're nervous, man.
Why be nervous? All right, I want you to hold this in my mouth. You're going to trick it out, all right?
We're going to try.
If you should miss, and we hope you won't, what happens to me?
We'll still be friends, right?
All right. And with a single, more powerful kick, he can also break a slab of granite. Now, to demonstrate the power of his hands, Richie performs a feat that he's become famous for. He will attempt to break, and you can count them, 9 slabs of granite. With a hand he's broken 29 times.
You really have to try to break your hand on the granite, and that's your only chance of coming out of it without breaking your hand. Otherwise, you would never have a total release. In other words, how could you mentally totally release if you had any holdback? If you had any mental, you know, built-in stuff that would hold you back from hurting yourself, then you would never get a total release.
We've got a kid who was in and out of the hospital. We have a 30-year-old man who had a massive heart attack, nearly died. And now we've got a martial arts champion. Did you ever think you'd be this successful?
I remember when I was young, and I never forget this, I used to look at the cover of guys, and I always wanted to be a martial artist. I always wanted to be a black belt. It always had a special It was a special thing to me, a symbol that really, to me, as a kid, and even obviously as I grew up, it meant so much to me. And I used to look at the guys on the cover of these martial arts magazines and just wish that I could be a good martial artist, never even dreaming to be on the cover of a magazine.
You proud of your son?
Proud? Of course. I mean, most mothers are just proud of a son, but this is an unusual son. There's nothing that Richard can't do.